Hi, I'm Steven. Welcome back to the channel. I bought some motion picture film recently, the Fuji film. The Fuji motion picture film with amazing color. But unfortunately, the produce has over 10 years ago. That's sad. Look this. This is 400 feet bulk film. I find that most people, they bulk load film use a bulk loader. They all use a bulk loader, like this. Obviously, that looks easy, but I think with a bulk loader, you also with some problem that you don't like it. For example, if you want to bulk load from a bulk spool like this, motion picture film that they all almost 400 feet spool, you must split out 100 feet first, because this is the bulk loader, the chamber, it only can fit 100 feet film. So that's a troublesome thing, I think. And another problem is when you're using a bulk loader, you take the film tip out from the gate, the slot. That such a length of film will already exposed in daylight. That will let you last frame cannot be shot. This will be the most frustrating thing, I think. Yes, if we do it in a completely dark room, that will be okay. But you already have a dark room. Why should you need a bulk loader? Using a changing bag, we also can do such things. So in this video, let me show you another way, another method of the bulk loading. And at the end of this video, I will also give some tips. With my experience, you can avoid some bad things. So no waste of time. Let's get into it. First, you need to prepare something. The most important one is you need a broken camera like this. This camera is already broken. It can't be used normally. You can find a camera like this only for several dollars. This one I only paid $5 or $6, the Pentax SP. Only one thing you should check and confirm is the rewinding. If the rewinding works normally, that's okay. That's all. We will only use the rewinding function. So I wrapped some soft things, covered the camera back cover to prevent it to scratch the film in the changing bag. And of course, you also need a changing bag. The more larger size changing bag will be more better. Also, you need a scissor and some tapes. For the tapes, I want to say I have used these two types of tapes. This one, this black one is a professional photography tape. It can be torn off without leaving any residue, which is very convenient for the final developing. You know, when you are developing the film, you should don't leave some tapes on the film. And another one is the 3M Scotch. 3M Scotch, this one. Super hold. This tape is amazing. It can hold something, some heavier, something very strong. Amazing. And it's very cheap, and it's also very thin. That is the most benefit for bulk loading. And I always use the second-hand the canister, the cartridge. So prepare some older canister. They should have some film tip lever on it. Cut off piece of tape. The length should not exceed width of the film. Using half of it, paste it on the film tips left on the cartridge. If your changing bag is large enough, you can stick several more one time. Now put the bulk film can, the old camera, the cartridges, and the scissor into the bag. The following are all operation must be in the dark bag, in the changing bag. The video just a demo. In the changing bag, open the bulk film can. You will find a bag, maybe a plastic bag or the paper bag. The film spool just in this bag, and you take out the film spool of it. Find the film leader. Use left hand, hold the film leader. Your right hand's fingers hold the canister like this. Then try insert the film head about 1 centimeter into the canister. It will a little bit difficult, but you try it more and you will doing better and used to it. Now still hold the canister with the film tip in your right hand and do not stick it yet. Then put the canister into the camera's film chamber and continue to hold it without sticking it. Now make sure the film are parallel. This is very important. Make sure that film is parallel to these two metal edges of the camera. Now press the tape to stick the film. Then you should confirm the position of the rewinding crank clock position. This is very important because when you turn to the end of the roll, maybe the half round will have a big difference in length. Then you can turn it just like rewinding your film after you finish the shooting. Try not to stop. If you stop during the rewinding, you should keep your fingers hold the crank, don't let it rebounding. This will ensure the correct numbers of turning. Now, how much turns you should to do? For example, if you started the crank at the 12 o'clock position, you turn it when the crank back to the 12 o'clock as a circle. For the motion picture film, the Fuji Eterna motion picture film, that a little bit thicker, so 29 turns. I found that with 29 turns, you will get 37 to 38 shot for one film roll. So different film with different thickness, like the Kodak Tri-X, it's very thin film, so maybe you should more than 30 turns. And for the Fuji slider film like Provia or Viovia, maybe the 30 turn just right. So you will find the right number after you bulk load one roll. After turning to 29 turns, cut it and continue to load the next one. When you finished all, take them out and use a scissor to cut such a film leader. And it's done. Now for the film bulk loading, I have some tips for you so that you can avoid some bad things. Number one, don't use the Kodak cartridge. Because with the Kodak's the canister cartridge, you cannot turn to 29 turns with the Fuji motion picture film. Sometimes after 26 turns, you will move very hard and you cannot get 2910 at all. I found that maybe this is the reason. You see, the original Kodak film used tape for fixation between core and the film. Maybe there are more film tails left in the cartridge. So you will find except the Kodak's the canister, the all others brand film, they all not like this. They will let you work easily and turn more. But number two tips, do not turn much, because when you develop it, you will rot up on a developing wheel. The developing wheel with length limitation, it only can rolling on maybe 1.6 to 1.65 meters on it. So if the one roll is too long, it can't be fully loaded up on the wheels. That will be the trouble in your development. And number three, after you finish the one roll shooting, when you're rewinding the film into the canister, you should keep a little bit of film leader out of the canister. Don't rewind all into the canister, because we are using the second-hand canister. We cannot know how tight the canister slot is. So keeping the film leader outside the canister can make the canister slot be better tight for safe. Now that's the end of that video. If you have some experience want to sharing, and if you have some question, you can leave the message below. Thanks for watching. See you.